Hello there, and it's Monday night, streaming time. I'm a few minutes late starting. I do apologise for that. Actually had some social time this evening, which meant I'm late getting back and getting ready, so it took a few minutes longer to get set up than it normally would. But I'm here now. We're going to be doing commentary on my 2017 film Star Wars Imperials. Alexander Perkins, welcome. I haven't actually watched this probably since 2017, so it's going to be interesting to see how much of it I remember. Also, I'm going to enjoy watching it with a fresh mind. Austin Snow, welcome. I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to join us, so that they don't miss the beginning of the film. I started about 5 past, so we'll wait until 1:15, and then I'll hit the play button, and then we can get started. We're just going to catch up. In the meantime, hope everyone had a good weekend. It's going to be a little bit more exciting than that. The Doric, welcome. Nice to see you. It's not a game. This is a film. This is a fan film. Although you will definitely spot references to a certain Star Wars video game. Quite a few references to it. Hello. Yeah, so at 1:15, I'll hit the play button, and then just to give people a chance to join us here. Austin, I hope you, even though I'm not actually playing anything, I hope you'll enjoy watching it. There are quite a few references to look out for. I did think about playing TIE Fighter again tonight. I'm actually feeling pretty tired, so I didn't. I think I ended up crashing into a lot of Y-wings and not progressing too far with the storyline. So I thought I'd watch and do commentary for Imperials. Starkiller is not in this one. It's quite a few years after his The Force Unleashed. It takes place around the time of Return of the Jedi. So basically, I watched Rogue One, and I thought, what would the story of Rogue 2 be? With the idea of the second Death Star plans. Keeping in mind that the Emperor wanted the rebels to get the plans this time. And also, I was watching Star Wars Rebels and thinking, what would a series from the Imperial perspective be? So I kind of merged those two ideas together, and this was the result. Yes. Oh. So I think I've got something in my eye and it's kind of stinging. I just have a look. I couldn't see anything. But it's a little bit uncomfortable, which I'm sure you guys didn't really need to know. Vader and the Emperor both wanted the rebels to get the Death Star plans. It's all part of the trap. So that's a big part of the storyline in this film. Give it a few more minutes. Krogan, General Krogan, I should say. Austin, it's so in Return of the Jedi, when the Emperor is talking to Luke, he says it was I who allowed the Alliance to know the location of the Shield's generator. And he kind of elaborates, he's kind of bragging about how this is all his master plan to lure the rebels into attacking the Death Star as their trap. Also, the Death Star being incomplete was part of the trap because it makes a much more tempting target than a completed one. But it had to be just ready enough for the super laser to still to be functional, but incomplete enough to make the rebels think they still had a chance of destroying it. Because if they thought there was no chance, they would never have attacked. I'm going to give it one more minute and then I'm going to hit the play button. So I don't elaborate too much on the Emperor's perspective on this, but it does kind of show what would have happened. Someone's been watching Bad Batch. But we won't have any spoilers for the most recent episode, so anyone here that hasn't seen it yet still has a chance to catch up on that. I remember doing the same thing with The Mandalorian in my earlier streams. Right, we're at 1:15. I think we'll start the film. Hopefully anyone who joins us afterwards will be able to jump in and figure out what's going on. I've set the volume quite low because when I've been doing commentary before, you guys asked me to set the volume lower so you could hear me. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet and in the chat, and I will adjust it accordingly. So, here we go. Of course, I had to dedicate the film to Carrie Fisher. Can you hear the sound? Should probably have asked that as well. And obviously you can hear me, but can you hear the sound of the film? because even though I said it quiet, I hope you guys can hear it. Now, there is a danger that even though I'm supposed to be doing commentary, that I get sucked into this because I haven't seen it in such a long time. This is my attempt at creating both and spies in iClone. I used a similar. I think I used one of these as a base when I was doing Borsk Failure for Heir to the Empire, and obviously I could do a lot more detail on him now than I could back then. That was me voicing this both, and that voice is really rough on the throat. But animating Lady Varuma here is a lot of fun. And this sequence in particular, slightly inspired by Rogue One again. So some of my early attempts at motion capture. So I bought the motion capture suit, and this is the first project I used it with. So it can be a little bit jerky because I had no idea what I was doing. There are definitely things that I would improve on now if I was making it, because I know that I can do a lot better with iClone now. Some of the hair movements a bit all over the place. So that's obviously costless, Birthing Colony. I had to do a little bit of research to find out what climate that was. So it's a tropical planet, but I didn't want it to look like Scarif because that would be a bit too on the nose. This is the Battle of Coslis that is documented in several different Expanded Universe sources. So that Corvette does escape. I forget all the details of it off the top of my head, but I do remember that it's part of established lore, so I kind of wanted to give my own little spin on it. Like, so both the Bothan and Commander Stormbone here, both voiced by the same person, so it's like she's trying to shoot herself. the modified Imperial Raider. I had the model that they designed for the X-Wing miniatures game, and I really liked it, so I thought I want to use it in the film. This is long before it showed up in Battlefront. I'm making those trees rustle from the wind as the ship flew over. That was a pain, but worth it for the extra little detail.
Nice to have a warm welcome. I could have handled them.
I'd actually forgotten a lot of this, so this is really nice watching it again.
You got shot up pretty bad. Got any power converters or other spare parts laying around? Then what are we waiting for? You're a Jedi, aren't you? How did you get here?
It's not necessarily my best voice acting here.
I smell something. Smoke.
Did enjoy making her nose kind of like she really was sniffing the air.
We should check for survivors.
Of course, the Dark Jedi would have a meditation chamber along the line of Vader.
You won't believe yourself killed in your sleep.
So that's my cousin voicing the dark side ghost. Oh. Wow, suddenly there's been a lot of people join the... Hold on. I don't know what happened to the chat, but suddenly a load of messages just suddenly appeared. I was a little concerned that everyone had gone really quiet.
Ready my shuttle.
So, hello to everyone who's joined. Uh, so it looks like the chat's lagging horrendously. So yeah, hello everyone. Hopefully you're still enjoying the commentary. But since the chat's lagging, I can't really respond properly. I can't remember what name of this planet. Dramatic moment there. Somebody X, welcome. Alex, I'm working on it. Still waiting for one character's voiceover to arrive. This is a planet I created specifically for the story. So it's not Naboo or anything you would know. It's meant to be just a remote planet that Jedi could go and live on.
Back to the validator. Maybe useful.
Floopy, yeah, no spoilers for last episode, but I did enjoy it. Hoppy, it's not me. I'm waiting for the last character recording to come through. But I have been working on getting everything set up for that. Somebody else? Yes, it is. Volume bit? Okay. Okay, I'll just set it up a little higher. Let me know if it needs any further adjustment.
They want you on our side.
Kill him. Someone who can sense your truth.
This is one of the first scenes I worked on.
Take you from this place to a world without no lines.
Well, this film was finished in 2017. To give you an idea of how long I've been working on it. Austin, this is just the mountaintops on the same forest planet they were on before. I was watching Loki as well. I did enjoy the first episode. Looking forward to the next one. I like that it's different from the other two Marvel shows. Well, basically all three Marvel shows so far have been pretty different from each other.
Yes. Here the Empire rules the force.
Repente.
Emperor awaits.
Wrong franchise there. I haven't actually watched Invincible. I need to, but I haven't got around to it yet.
Thank you. When I was on my mission, I found a new recruit for our order.
The Emperor will want to see him right away.
That's where we're
Alex Roberts, this is during... It's before, during, and slightly after Return of the Jedi. This part is before.
This is a dangerous place. Don't trust anyone.
So all these people here, they're all cosplayers filling up the crowd. I took pictures of people that I knew at Star Wars Celebration when it was in London, specifically to fill out the crowd scenes in this. Little cameo. I'm kind of cringing at my Palpatine performance. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Which is why I'm doing Heir to the Empire.
I've completed the mission. So you found a new dark Jedi willing to join the order.
Yep, this is Coruscant. He is kind of wearing a hoodie. So iClone's clothing options at the time was very limited. So I took a hoodie and modified it to try and make it look a little bit more Star Warsy. But yeah, basically.
Welcome to the Secret Order. We watch for enemies of the Empire and bring swift justice to all who stand against the Empire.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure I could do a better Palpatine if I did it now.
Our influence can be felt across the galaxy.
As soon as we're finished here.
Good. Tell us of your mission.
Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, Imperial Center is Coruscant. And yeah, please calm down about the spelling of Coruscant.
It's a dangerous time.
I think we all know
Strength every day. We have traitors like Admiral Sarek.
which planet we're referring to.
The rebels want to bring back the Republic. Idiots. Sarek just wants to rule the Empire himself. That's why the Emperor created the Secret Order. To defeat
To be in the fire first, I would need a screen accurate costume. I do not have the patience for that. I do like to cosplay in Star Wars costumes, but
Sneaky.
I
I like it.
yeah, I don't think I could pull that off.
You summon me, Admiral?
Tell me, Commander, what do you think Lady Vodamay's recent behavior?
A bit of romance there.
Quite taken by her new recruit. Why?
Loyal. The new recruit needs pilot skills. You will train him.
Well, thank you.
Determine if he has a place in the Secret Order's future. And see what we can tell you about Lady Vodamay's.
Oh, this little action sequence was a lot of fun to make.
Dark 2. An unidentified transport just launched from that station. Destroy it.
So, Alex, what? You just joined us, so what costume do you have? You a stormtrooper, or have you got something else? Yes, there are TIE Defenders in this film. And I like TIE Defenders.
I understand. Dark 3. Stay alert for more escaping pilots.
I'm from the UK. Yeah.
Think you'll do it.
Thrawn, excellent. You need to post a picture somewhere in the channel. I'd love to see the costume,
First.
if you have one.
You were doing well before the interruption. Piloting comes naturally to you. I'll have the simulation reset so you can continue the exercise.
He doesn't have live support because it's just a simulator.
You must be the new Dark Jedi. I've been watching you. I am not your enemy. I've been one of Admiral Zoran's defenders.
What of it?
He may be gone, but there's still disloyalty here in Coruscant. Individuals
Ah.
are putting aside, not the Empire. The Emperor will need his most loyal supporters when he returns from the war.
You wouldn't approach me. Didn't you already know that I was loyal?
If you can, send it here.
They will be coming.
We can handle ourselves.
Can I count
Yeah,
on
the
your
poster in the background is from one of my own projects. I changed the I changed the text to be Orabesh. So it fit in with Star Wars, but that's actually a Chronicles of Humanity poster, which is my own original series.
Just a little boost to the rebel fighting skills.
Thank you. So we're kind of called up to where Return of the Jedi is happening.
I heard you did well at pilot training today, so I got you something. BX, specially modified. Thought you might find him useful. Something wrong?
I'll tell you later.
I do like Star Trek as well. And I'm laughing because of a scene that's coming up, which is
Because in here, no one knows who we are.
so this
Look these people and enjoy
this little romantic scene. I did motion capture. I did both parts myself,
right.
but I didn't have anyone to act the other scenes out with, so I was just kind of doing it to the air. It was daytime. Anyone could have watched. Look, anyone walking past my house could have seen me trying to hug and kiss the air, and hopefully no one did, because it'd been very embarrassing.
Need to get back to the order.
This riot scene was fun. Yeah, our unit's a bit different from what you're used to.
The way's longer, but might be quieter.
Yeah, I think it did, but you're not really supposed to notice that. I was still getting used to icons, so there were some issues.
Treason.
Just want to stay alive at this point.
But it was fun.
Good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
Here,
doing that.
we're going to
Actually, I enjoyed this whole
Alliance.
section of the film. Alex, alright, let me have a quick check.
What are you doing?
That looks very impressive. I'm following you so I can check it out, see your progress. But congratulations on getting accepted into the 501st with that costume. I know that they're very strict and it's very hard to get in, so yeah, well done.
Fine. Just give me some back to sell.
I can imagine it did, but it's worth it. Looks fantastic.
Check the body. See if there's any clues.
There's a message from Elvis. It reads, Burumai and her new apprentice will remain loyal to Palpatine's empire. You must
this is basically within an hour of news of the Death Star and the Emperor's death reaching Coruscant. So I thought there would be rioting because there would be people celebrating his death, and then of course the Imperial military would be trying to maintain control.
Isn't this a ship that crashed through Darius?
Yeah, I had it brought back for analysis.
I also have this idea that there would be different Imperial leaders all trying to seize the throne. Yeah, this is Legends. I guess she does look like Nicole Kidman. I hadn't thought about that before.
Think you can fly it?
Let's find out.
Is this what the Empire has come to? Fighting each other for power when we should be striking back at the rebellion?
Yeah, that R2 did have a blaster built into it. And yes, they are. So, different Imperial leaders, sort of admirals and governors and so on, are all making power plays to get the throne. And so they all have their own forces, and they're fighting each other.
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Glad you like it. We can't stay here. Take us up.
Where are we heading?
The bioweapon, the biowar happened several years later, so it's not part of this film.
Working on that point.
Order those ties to stand down, Captain.
What just happened?
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn of the Great. The time has come for your support. Why have you?
If you're the one who got those ties off our backs, then yes.
Excellent.
So of course I'm going to put my favourite character in this film.
Is to put an end to this useless infighting before it tears the Empire apart.
We have another Star Destroyer.
Oh, that's Alderson's ship.
I've forgotten just how much fun this was.
They are calling for all Imperial forces to form up.
Excellent. Begin maneuvers to bring us alongside.
I spent a lot of time figuring out what Thrawn would do in this particular
Can't trust him.
situation.
Himself. What is he doing?
Sure.
Wolf is reporting engine difficulties.
Launch fighters.
Alexander, it does all get explained before the end.
Battle stations! Battle stations!
They are trying to maneuver and bring their weapons to bear.
Restore power to engine.
Yes, it is a Victory Star Destroyer.
The injustice in none of their fire.
In Legends, he gets killed 5 years from now. In new canon, his death hasn't been shown yet.
Are you sure it's wise to trust two young and volatile dark Jedi?
Their passions guide their actions, I'll admit. But with careful direction, they may be the perfect weapon to destroy ours.
So this is where I get really absorbed with the story and forget to do commentary. OG Star Wars, welcome. I do really like the YT2000, so having it in this film was something I just had to do.
I'm done.
Somebody actually does not have them in Heir to the Empire because I didn't really like the way they animated.
said the one flying.
So I used the Rebels design for Heir to the Empire because I understand why they changed his uniform. It's because it's a lot easier to animate it with those little stripes instead. So I decided to do the same thing in Heir to the Empire.
The other ships continue holding back.
It's a similar ship, basically different model, same manufacturer.
Safe Sage would be the next in line for the throne, but at least a dozen others are fighting for it. Sir,
With the Emperor's blessing, it was inevitable there would be power collapse. We now who serve the Emperor
Yeah, it was from X-Wing Alliance.
serve themselves.
It's one of the ships you get to fly.
still much rather
And I
stay behind.
playing that game, I really enjoyed flying that ship. So
No. The Empire's future demands we operate from the shadows.
that's why I wanted to use it in this story.
Sir, the Injustice is powering up their hyperdrive.
Alert Task Force Beta.
Looks like it's been abandoned, Stormbird.
I think I'll be leaving now.
Come back quickly.
I'll be considered a traitor.
Thrawn's death is not something I'm looking forward to.
Mercy, no weakness.
It's a scene I don't really want to animate, although I need to when it get to it because that is
That's
the
They're following the Injustice.
it is the story. I just don't like it because it's one of my favorite characters. It is. Though I actually made this before Battlefront 2 because that ship was
Clear the bridge.
um,
I don't suppose
it was designed for the X-Wing miniatures game,
Join you? I certainly
and I've got that model. And
he and the Emperor were both short-sighted and died.
I decided to incorporate it into this film.
You really think that's going to be you?
Obviously, that EA liked it as well because they used it in Battlefront 2, but that came after.
Think of a few good candidates.
I'll take that as a no. Pity.
Luckily, Thrawn's death is a long way off, so I don't have to worry too much about it yet. But
How long can it go? On. Fly her up out there.
so this scene was done with me doing motion capture for both characters. So I decked out the scene as one of them, and then I had to memorize the movements for both characters, make sure the timing is right. It was quite challenging. So I do one, and then I'd basically turn around and do the other part of it. So yeah, one of the problems with the Heir to the Empire is there's no lightsaber duels in it, so it's going to be a while before I get to do that again. I think there's only one lightsaber duel in the entire trilogy, so it will be a long while before I get to do it again, but I did enjoy it a lot.
There's no place for treachery in the Empire.
James, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Actually, I'm glad all of you are enjoying it. And I'm enjoying it as well. I haven't seen it for ages, as I've said quite a few times.
Alderson's dead. Come pick me up.
We don't have much time.
I know. Just meet me at the central docking tube.
Ready. Just need to get the
Uh,
tube. Come aboard.
Alex, no one knows what happens to Thrawn yet.
Go to top hatch and get
After
ready.
Rebels, because they haven't told that story yet. I think it will be told in the Disney Plus shows, given that they name drops him. So yeah, but that's going to be a while because they're very slow with the production due to COVID, which is understandable.
You timed that well.
Always. I think he did too.
So Alexander, you're going to get the answer to your question.
I must congratulate you both on eliminating Aldous. Our combined efforts have brought stability to the Empire at a critical moment.
It was our pleasure. We have no tolerance for traitors.
That is exactly the kind of attitude I need from our task force.
What task force?
There are threats to the Empire that go far beyond vigor. Only the most skilled and most loyal can defeat. Two dark generals such as yourselves would be valuable allies in the battles.
So Darko, it comes to
What about the fighting on Coruscant? Vengeance against the rebels.
it's a reference to TIE Fighter,
Saint Pistache.
and his Star Destroyer was damaged in the battle against.
That's what I think.
Game of Thrones reference. So yeah, his Thrawn's Star Destroyer was damaged, taking out Zarin. So this Victory Star Destroyer was the only thing that he had available.
Bridge, this is Thor. Set course for Bucky. And jump when ready.
And that's that. So the idea that I was going to do here was they're going to go to Bakura, and they're going to be, they arrive in the aftermath of Chusa Bakura, and Thrawn, they kind of go and investigate what happened, and then after that go and track down the Saruk, and Thrawn is going to destroy them, which is canon from Legends. Though we never actually see it happen, and I kind of really want to tell that story. But then I also really want to do Heir to the Empire even more, so I decided to do that instead. Of course I've got the proper credit at the front, so details are important. Just watching all the credits as these people go by. So I did get two friends to help me with the lightsaber motion capture, but then it was a lot easier for me to do it myself, because trying to coordinate three people to get time together, and it's quite a lot of time was needed for motion capture. When it's just me doing it, I can just do it when I want to. I voiced many characters in this. Unreal Engine 5 looks very impressive, but I haven't actually given it a try yet. Austin, Luke was a bit busy when this was taking place, so basically what he was doing was well documented, so I didn't really feel like I needed to explore that. Oh, it's not watched that fan film. I mean, it's a good fan film, but that's not what we're here for. James, maybe, but actually the Empire is taking up all my Star Wars time, so that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on for now. The problem with doing Jedi Academy is it doesn't look as good as iClone does now. It is a nearly 20-year-old game. Though I did play it again recently, which is quite fun. Admiral Moo, thank you so much. So yeah, we've reached the end of the film and the end of the commentary. So I will finish shortly. I want to thank everyone for coming. Thomas, you did arrive late again at the end of the film, but when I finish streaming, it should show up on my channel very quickly, so you can watch it again. I was doing commentary for my old fan film, Star Wars Imperials. Skippy the Jedi droid. Yeah, they do make it better. It's just it can't compete with iClone. And I like the things that you can do with iClone, like so the proper lip sync and the facial expressions and the complete customer characterization, all of those, bringing your own animations and all that kind of stuff. When am I live next? I stream every Monday night, same time, midnight for me, which is in the UK, or 7 PM EST. Street Gamer, yeah. Sorry you missed it, but when I finish, the stream will get added automatically to YouTube, so you can catch up with it there. But yeah, I think I am going to end the stream because we have finished the film, and I really enjoyed watching it again. It's been such a long time. I might have to watch it again, maybe tomorrow, and just watch it quietly, without me talking over it. Because that was, it brought back a lot of good memories. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone here for coming, and hope you enjoyed the film. If you want to watch it without me talking over it, you can find it on my channel. Just look up Star Wars Imperials. So yeah, see you next Monday. May the Thrawn be with you, and take care. See you next week. And nice to meet you, Alex.